Hi, I'm Jennifer, and welcome to TV Talk. It's Thursday, so that means it's Big O Day. And this week's episode was Underground Terror. Roger is offered a job from the Paradigm company that basically runs the entire city. And it is to find a missing journalist and retrieve a manuscript he has been writing in exchange for a very large and generous retirement package. The only thing is that finding him proves difficult, as he disappeared several months prior, and when he is found, is a little off his nut. And the search for him actually brings both Roger and Dorothy far below the subway system that Roger uses to transport Big O throughout Paradigm City. Now, this episode introduces a recurring character by the name of Schwarzwald, who was originally known as Michael Zabak, and this is the reporter that Roger was sent to find. He is obsessed with finding the truth, and because Paradigm doesn't want a lot of secrets known to the general public, they believe ignorance to the people is bliss, they censor a lot of what the paper is putting out, and he didn't like this. He searched for the truth in all of his articles only to have them censored because Paradigm felt the people didn't need to know the truth. And they don't actually say what drives him crazy. They hint at it, but they don't come out and say it, because he does actually find an archetype for Megajuice and manages to activate it, and he claims that his mangled body and mind are the price he paid for it, and that it was too bad that Roger didn't suffer the same fate. So he knows that Roger is the pilot of Big O. This episode also touches on a little bit on fear, as when Roger was going deeper down into the tunnels, he was suddenly overcome with the fear of what was down there and everything. And then when the Megadus archetype came to life, Dorothy suddenly became afraid of it. So that was something they had to work through. And I liked how it wasn't just Roger who experienced fear in this episode, it was also Dorothy, because as an android, it's very easy for people to eliminate, to think, oh, well, she doesn't have emotions the same way we do, and they are actually portraying her as having very human-like emotions. Something we will see further on down the line within the series. Roger also tells Big O not to hold back against this Megajuice, as it's not really a friend. It's not a friend of his either. So that goes to say that either he thinks that Big O shows some kind of ability to understand what's going on and is not just a mindless machine, or Big O was actually demonstrating that. I don't know. All in all, good episode. It does set up Schwarzwald very well, and we will see him in a couple of more episodes. He's not a main character, but he does come back from time to time, so he is important enough to be considered A, a reoccurring character, B, to be given a name. We're also introduced briefly to Alex Rosewater, who basically runs the Paradigm Company and Paradigm City. But it's just brief. It's just briefly. It's like 5 minutes. We will actually see more of him and get to know him a little later on in the series, like towards the end of the season. That's all I have to say about this episode. Again, it's good. It touches on things, and it does leave you with kind of a moral, and that is that you can, when it comes to fear, you can either choose to ignore it, you can either choose to run away from it, or you can choose to rise above it, which I believe is very true. And again, it's a good episode. It does a very good job of setting up Schwartzwald's character, and everything. So we're going to leave it at that. And that's my cat, Harry. Yes, you're giving your opinion too, aren't you? So, I guess Harry's saying I have to wrap up this video. Feel free to leave your comments and instructions, your comments in the comment section. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. All 3 of those help me out a lot. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The information will be in the description of the description. And I will see you next time. Thank you. I'm Jennifer, and thank you for watching this episode of TV Talk.